Hello, and thank you for joining us on TVC News at 4. We start off in Nigeria's capital, where after an intense 6-hour proceeding, the Federal High Court has reconvened to resume delivery of its verdict in the trial of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Kanu. The court is expected to deliver sentencing after finding Mr. Kanu guilty on all 7 count charges brought against him. Before the recess, the court affirmed that while the African Charter on Human and People's Rights provides for the right to self-determination under Article 20, such a right cannot supersede the Nigerian Constitution.
It is interesting to note that the defendant, who claimed to be a freedom fighter, has even caused more harm to his own people, who are predominantly Christian faiths. Can this be said to be agitation for self-determination? Not at all. Agitation for self-determination cannot be to the detriment or to be detrimental to people who are supposed to be beneficiary of that self-determination. The usual sit-at-home order primarily affects his own people of the Southeast. The killing of people who disobeyed the order are his own people. Ordering of closure of churches and schools as well as markets also affects his own people. They are unable to trade, go to school, farm, even worship on such days. The threats of violence and death have prevented these people from going about their legitimate businesses. Are these acts of the defendants consistent with the agitation for self-determination? The answer is in the negative once again. The defendant was not elected by anybody, also cannot dictate for the people of Southeast, especially through intimidation and threats of violence. He is a terrorist. He must be treated as such. In final analysis, the prosecution has successfully established the 7-count charge against the defendant beyond reasonable doubt. Consequently, he is convicted on all the 7 counts.
And earlier, the judge ordered that Nnamdi Kanu be taken out of court and rose for a few minutes for calm to be restored after he caused a scene. Mr. Kanu repeatedly asked that the trial judge show him where it is written in the law that he is not entitled to file a written address in the case brought against him.
This court, in the interest of justice, will not close its eyes to sin. The court will determine all this issue in its judgments. I proceed, I deliver my judgment. Judgment, please.
My Lord, I have an objection. Final written address is a constitutionally mandated right which I must be granted. It is in the constitution of this very country that final written addresses, my Lord, must be granted. I have not waived it, my Lord, and I insist that I address this court on all these issues. My Lord, do not permit.
The defendant?
My Lord.
Consultant, can you tell your...
My Lord, I will not, please, let me finish.
Please.